6:47 top headlines here for Monday. New details on 3 RPD cruisers involved in crashes over the last 24 hours.
Yeah, this all started early Sunday around 3:45 near Lyle and Dewey Avenues, where police tell us the officer involved was driving through a green light when he was hit by a Jeep. The police officer suffering minor injuries here. The driver of that Jeep, a 30-year-old woman, was not hurt, but she was arrested for DWI. Then later, around 6:30 last night, another police cruiser hit, this time near J and Walnut Streets. Police say 2 officers were driving on J when a vehicle traveling on Walnut blew through a stop sign, hitting them at a high rate of speed. That third vehicle, another vehicle actually also damaged here. We're told the driver of the striking vehicle will be charged with a DWI. Both police officers, the drunk driving suspect, and the people in that third vehicle all expected to recover. And now this third incident, an RPD cruiser crashing near Lyle and Saratoga Avenues last night. Sometime around 9, police say that while the officer was trying to turn, they ran into an SUV. The officer checked out at the hospital and the other driver involved not hurt. Happening today, sentencing for the man convicted of killing another man outside of a bar on Lyle Avenue in Rochester. This back in July of 2022, where investigators say Joseph Scott got into an argument, and when things escalated, the victim, Derek Taylor, was shot multiple times. That 36-year-old died in the hospital, and Scott was arrested later that year in August. He is sent to be sentenced at 9:30.
The other sentencing we'll be following is for a man who pleaded guilty to a deadly hit and run in the city. 24-year-old Nicholas Cara was driving down East Main in April last year when he ran over Josiah Porche, who was standing near his parked car. The victim died at the hospital. Cara left before police arrived. He's facing 4 to 12 years in prison. He's in court at 11.
The man accused of running an illegal gambling ring in Rochester is set to appear in court. As federal prosecutors say, Louis Ferrari II started a gambling room on Blossom Road in this business building here back in the fall of 2020 with Dominic Sprague. Now, court documents state Ferrari also had an illegal online sports book, handled individual bettors, and laundered money through his business called Ferrari Excavating. And in spring of 2021, authorities carried out a search warrant at this property where they say they broke up an illegal card game and made several arrests.
Today on state buildings, flags are flying at half staff in honor of the Thruway worker killed in that crash last Thursday in Chilai. 62-year-old Vincent Giamarva and 58-year-old Mark Vara were hit by a semi. Giamarva was killed, the other worker critically injured. State leaders tell us Giamarva was a worker for the Thruway Authority for 19 years. He leaves behind his wife and 2 children. His funeral services are planned for Saturday in Leroy.
And a virtual town hall tonight will further discuss how to remove Monroe County District Attorney Sandra Dorley from her office. This is being hosted by the group Save Rochester and is the second such meeting after protesters took to the streets of downtown Rochester, outraged. And this was days after Dorley's encounter with a Webster police officer over a speeding ticket, and that video went viral. Tonight's meeting is open to the public starting at 7:30. If you would like to attend, we have a link to that Zoom on our website, rochesterfirst.com.
This afternoon, the Rochester Board of Education has a special meeting scheduled. It is expected to go right into executive session to talk about employment status of a staff member, other matters that are allowed by the meetings law, and to get advice from legal. So there will be no chance for public comment, as is always with executive session. That meeting at 3 o'clock. Your sunrise traffic here at 6:51 early on this Monday. Looking okay on the main expressways. They are green. The only issues we've seen so far out near the airport at 252 and Scottsville Road, an accident there. And then Penfield, still one on our map at Penfield Road and Fellows Road. We'll check traffic again in about 30 minutes. Today in Manhattan, former President Donald Trump is due back in court after being out on the campaign trail over the weekend in New Jersey. The prosecution's star witness in the hush money trial, Trump's former fixer Michael Cohen, is expected to be on the stand giving testimony describing the circumstances of this payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels in the lead up to the 2016 election. Trump's lawyers are going to question his credibility, is what we're hearing from them, after Cohen admitted previously to lying to Congress to benefit his ex-boss.
This is solely about accountability. I should not be held accountable for Donald Trump's dirty deeds. Let him be held accountable.
With Cohen on the stand, prosecutors are believed to now be in the home stretch of laying out their arguments. They could rest their case by the end of the week. We've got new reaction this morning to a pending oil merger between Exxon and Pioneer. The FTC is poised to approve this deal between the two oil giants. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, though, says the proposal will be bad for customers, talking about you, citing the necessity of more competition in the gas market.
What's supposed to happen is that there ought to be competition between oil companies. But because there are so few big oil companies and they squeeze out or buy up the smaller ones, the price keeps going up and up and up.
He went on to say due to Hess's presence here in New York, New Yorkers could suffer at the pump the most, especially hard as a result of this potential agreement.
Hey, we've got some local business news to share with you. Evolution Pilates in Pittsford just opened up a second location in Rochester. The owner there, Michelle Pritchard, says they had to expand, and they did it at the Culver Road Armory because they were bursting at the seams at the first location. She says in addition to herself and her 18 instructors, this second space will also have 2 physical therapists and 2 massage therapists on hand.
Route 21, the casual apparel store, is closing all of its stores in North America and liquidating assets. The store is having a going out of business sale, even selling off intellectual property. In our area, we've got 3 of those. One's at the mall in Greece, Marketplace, Henrietta, and in Waterloo at the outlets. All stores are expected to close within the next 2 months.
And for those of you in Pittsford, you might have seen those signs saying a new Columbia sportswear location is on its way to the Pittsford Plaza. The nearly 100-year-old Oregon-based company is known for its hardy outerwear, camping and hiking accessories, and so much more. Well, just about a year ago, a warehouse outlet for Dick's Sporting Goods opened in the old Stein Mart at this location. Now, we did reach out to the developer of the plaza, Wilmer Wright. We have not yet heard back on when this location will open. We'll keep tabs on it for you.
It is day 4 of the Lilac Festival. There's something for everyone we know. They've always got great live music, the food vendors, all the trucks, and games. But sometimes what a festival offers can be a lot for some. Talking about those with special needs. So this year, nonprofits around the city are doing what they can to make this more inclusive and fun for all with this, what you're seeing here, a new sensory space.
We have little bags with certain fidget toys that they can take with them. We have texture boards, quiet spaces, coloring books. The parents are really the most grateful because you can really tell that, hey, my kid's kind of starting to get iffy. I walked over by the stage and they were covering their ears.
That space, great to have, and it's already being used. It's open for the full run of the Lilac Festival. That'll get us through this weekend. If you go to rochesterfirst.com, we have a full festival guide right there on the homepage.
Yeah, so much to do. Yeah. Hopefully you get out and enjoy it this week during those sparse dry times we're expecting here, James. They're not going to wash out our entire week.
No, there's going to be lots of plenty of time to get out there and maybe get dinner.
Yeah, why not? Get some of those food trucks. Give them some work. They are really, really good. Yeah, I was there yesterday.
Great options there. I love eating outside as well. 51 in Livonia. Honey Falls, you're at 45. That's the cool spot. Just about everybody getting well into the 70s, I will say. Even up, I think, along Lake Ontario could get into the 70s thanks to that nice southwest flow. Chance for rain, yep, late this morning and then another one this afternoon. It's going to be a warm night. Just about 60 overnight, then ahead of another warm day on Tuesday. Back into the mid-70s. Showers, thunderstorms, I think those are, again, probably reserved for the second half of the day, carrying into Wednesday. So, yes, it looks like an intimidating 8-day forecast, but a lot of dry time in there.
Yeah, get out there and enjoy it. At least we don't have any more cold snap right there in the 8th day.
Yeah, we'll take that.
That does it for Sunrise. We'll see you back here with an update at 7:25.
Have a great morning and stay tuned for CBS Mornings up next.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.